Welcome to CAD Corner. If you have just installed the AutoCAD software and you are wondering what all these buttons, the icons, the tabs means, don't worry. In this video, I will take you on a complete tour of the AutoCAD interface, and by the end of this video, you will know where everything is and what it does, even if you have never opened the AutoCAD interface before or the AutoCAD software. So what we are going to talk about next now is the AutoCAD interface. The AutoCAD interface is your workspace. So everything here is the workspace. Everything you do in AutoCAD, that is the drawing, the editing, the measuring, and the printing, starts from here. So you don't have to memorize, you don't have to cram anything today because you will learn each tool in the lesson. So first, we are going to talk about the title bar. This is the title bar where the cursor is the title bar. The title bar consists of the drawing name. See, we have drawing 1.dwg. We have the current file. We have the AutoCAD version. This is AutoCAD 2022. And I have the minimize, I have the maximize, and I have the close or exit. So that is the title bar. So I also have the print, the plot, the undo, the redo, so the new, like that. So moving on, I'm going to go to the quick access toolbar. Let me come here. The quick access toolbar. So I have the new, open, save, the save as, import, export, publish, print, like that. So the next one now is the ribbon tab. The ribbon tab, this is the ribbon tab, the home, insert, annotate, parametric, view, manage, output, add-ins, collaborate, express tool, featured apps. This is the ribbon tab. The ribbon tab consists of the home, insert. So each of these tabs now have their sub tab. I will call it the sub tab. The home now has the line used to create line segments, the polyline, create a 2D polyline, circles, and we have different type of circles. So circles, we have the arc, we have the rectangle, we have the ellipse, like that. Here in under draw tool, and the modify tool now, the move, the annotate, the layers, the block, the properties, group, utility, and the clipboard and view. So next one is the insert. This is to maybe we can bring in external files. Let's see, this is import PDF. So we can bring in PDF, maybe pictures, using the insert. Now the annotate. This is the annotate, create a multi-line text object. So the dimension, to create multiple lines of type of dimension using or within a single command section. So we have the center line, the leader, the tables. So markup annotation skill. We have the parametric, is used to apply multiple geometric constraints to the selected objects. See, coincident, collinear, concentric, fixed, vertical, horizontal, perpendicular, parallel, tangent, smooth, symmetric, and equal. So under the geometric, under the dimensional, we have the linear, we have the align, see, radius, diameter, we have manage. So you see, for the parameters manager. So next is the view. This is the UCS icon. The UCS icon is this, the X and Y axis. This is the view cube. This is the view cube. This is the view cube. And the navigation bar. This is the navigation. bar. So We have the named view. See, restore previously saved views. Second one is save a new named view from what is displayed in the current viewport. View manager, manage named views. So next one is the model viewport. DWG compare allows you to highlight the difference between two revisions of the same drawing or different drawing. Open or close the DWG history palette. We have the property palette, we have the block palette. So sheet manager. So next one now is manage. So for this manage, we have the record the action. So this is the user interface to manage customize user interface elements in the product. We have the application, the card standard. This is the layer translator. This is the check. This is the configuration, the configure. So purge is used to remove unused name items such as block, definition, and layers from the drawing. Overkill audit evaluates the integrity of the drawing and corrects some errors. So that's under the cleanup. Let's go to dimension. Oh, sorry, to the output. The output now we have plot, bash, plot, and we have the view. So output has been known that the outcome of something, so anything that is going out, that is for the printing. Now we use the plot. So the add-ins, the collaborate, say share drawing, that the express tools. Now we talk about the block, the text, modify, the layout, draw, dimension, and the tools. So let's go back to this now. This is the draw panel. This is the draw panel. In the draw panel, we have the draw panel is located at the left side of the AutoCAD interface. Everything here is a draw panel. So we have the line. This is the line. This is the construction line. This is the polyline. Create a 2D polyline. This is the polygon. Create an equilateral closed polyline. Rectangle. This is arc. This is circle. Vision cloud. Spline. See, spline. This is ellipse. Yes, this is ellipse arc. Insert block, mic block, point, hash, gradient, region, table, the multi-line text, and add selected. So everything here is on draw panel. So we have the line, polyline, circle, arc, rectangle. This is under circle. So we have center, we have axis and end, elliptical arc. So this is the hash. So the modify panel, this is the modify panel. The modify panel is located at the right hand side of the AutoCAD interface. This is erase. This is the copy. This is mirror. This is offset. This is rectangular array. This is move. This is rotate, scale, stretch. Yes. This is trim. This is extend. And this is break a point. This is break, join, chamfer, fillet, bend, curve, and explode. So we've talked about the draw panel, the modify panel. So let's go to the layout panel, the layers panel. Now this is the layers panel. We have the layer creation. This is the layer properties, manage layers and the layer properties. We have the layer colors. See, this is the layer colors. The layer colors. We have the line type. We have the line type. We have this is the line width. We have the line type. So this is the line type, different type of lines. So and we have the freeze, we have the lock. Yeah, there. So basically the layer is used to keep the drawing organized. So that is what the layer does, to keep the drawings organized. So we are going to the annotation panel. This is the annotation panel. The annotation panel has the multi-line text, the dimension, the linear types of dimension. So this is dimension. So linear, align, arc, ordinate, everything under the dimension. So the annotation panel is used to add information to drawings. That's what annotation does, to add information to the drawing. So when we are done with the drawing, to add information, we can maybe input a text or maybe to show the dimensions of our drawing. That's what annotation does. So moving on to the drawing area. This is the drawing area. And take note that the drawing area is a finite, yeah, I'm sorry, infinite workspace. So infinite workspace. See, there is no end for the workspace or the drawing area. This is the drawing area. So we have the grid, the lines you are seeing now, like a graph, is the grid. We have the cursor. This is the cursor that is moving, and we have the crosshair. We have the crosshair, and also we have the UCS icon. UCS icon shows the X and Y axis. This is the UCS icon. This is the Y axis, and this is the X axis, horizontal axis, vertical axis. The red is the horizontal axis, and the green is the vertical axis. We have the command line. This is the command line. This is one of the most important parts of the AutoCAD interface. Basically, it allows AutoCAD to communicate through the command line. So AutoCAD communicates through the command line. So we can just think of the command line as AutoCAD conversation box. Yes, so AutoCAD asks questions here and you give answers to them. So we can input, for example, line is going to bring out everything on that. This is line, we have line type, line width, dim linear. So you just have to choose. I'm choosing the line, and this is a line. This is a line. So let's try circle. So CIRCLE, the circle. See, so that is the work of the command line. So moving on, so this is the navigation tool. This is navigation tool. This is full navigation wheel. This is pan. This is zoom, extend. This is orbit. This is show motion. I can just use the pan. This is work of the pan to zoom in and zoom out. So Next one now is the status bar. The status bar now we have the grid. This grid, see grid mode, the shortcut for grid mode is F7. So I can use F7 to turn it on and turn it off. That is the grid mode. This is the grid mode. See, when it is off, the graph line is gone. So when it is on, the graph line is back. That's the grid mode. The next one is the snap. This is the snap mode. Shortcut for snap mode is F9. So it is on now, I can turn it off. And I have polar snap, I have the grid snap. So there's a snap setting. It can be done. See, we have grid snap, rectangular snap, isometric snap. This is for isometric drawing. So because this is a general drawing, we are having the grid and the rectangular snap. So we have the auto mode. Shortcut for auto mode F8. So now I'm using the line again. If you notice, this line is going in a 360. So I can use the auto mode to make it horizontal and vertical. That is the work of the auto mode. So click on the auto mode and then you have just horizontal and vertical line, horizontal and vertical line, horizontal and vertical line. That is work of the auto mode. The next one is the, let's see, the polar tracking. The polar tracking is used to restrict cursor to specified angles. That's work of the polar tracking. See, to specified angle 5, 10, 15 to 90. That's work of the polar tracking. So we have the ISO draft. ISO draft is used in isometric drawing. So it is ISO plane left, ISO plane top, ISO plane right. So this is the object snap, or the shortcut F11. Click on F11 to turn on the object snap tracking and to turn it off. So this is the object snap F3 is the shortcut. Object snap now is very important. You see, we have the endpoint, the midpoint, center, geometric center, node, quadrant. So where all this works, let me use the circle here to demonstrate. So now I'm going to, let's say I want to draw a tangent line to this circle. So I have to locate, so the object snap will help me locate the quadrant, to help me locate the nearest point, help me locate the center. That's what the work of the object snap does. So you see, and I have my quadrant now, and draw my tangent line to it. So that's work of the object snap. So we have the dynamic UCS, we have the sub objects selection mode, gizmo, turn it off. We have the move gizmo, rotate gizmo, scale gizmo. So we have the show annotation, all this we've discussed here. And we have the drafting and annotation. The drafting and annotation now, you see, 3D basics, 3D modeling, see, the workspace settings, and to customize the interface. So see, customization, customize user interface. That's the work of the drafting and the annotation. So here to customize everything here is on the status bar. So this is where I can customize. If I can decide to remove the grid from here, so to remove the snap mode, to remove dynamic input, to remove the object snap tracking, like that. I can remove everything. This is like the customization bar for the status bar. So let me put it back. Yeah. Uh, Moving on to the view cube. This is the view cube. This is the view cube. See the view cube, because we're in a 2D work. Let me change it. So, see, so that is the work of the view cube. See, the top is the plan. This is the front elevation. This is the right view, right side view. This is the rear view, the back view. So this is mostly using 3D. It's mostly using 3D. So change it back to 2D wireframe. So now we are going to talk about the layout. Now we have layout. This is layout 1 and layout 2. So layout 1, this is the layout for the drawing, the paper, and the plotting. This is where everything is done. The plotting for printing, this is where it is done. The layout, it is done in the layout. So layout 2, same thing. This is where we plot and we have a preview of what you have done before we print. So back to the model. So for the property palette now, we are going to click on Control plus 1. So click on Control and 1. Then we have the property palette. We have the color, we have the layer, we have the line type, we have the line width, transparency, thickness. You should know that every selected object has their own properties. So every selected object, if I'm choosing a line, if I'm choosing, they have their properties, and properties based on color, the line width, the line type, the length. Yeah, and so that's just for the property palette. So I think I've been able to explain, I've been able to talk about everything here on the AutoCAD interface. So for just a summary, we've talked about the title bar, we've talked about the ribbon tab, we've talked about the draw panel. This is the draw panel, the modify panel, the layers, the annotation, the status bar, the drawing area, navigation bar. So in the next lesson, we will learn how to set drawing units correctly before creating our first drawing.